Welcome back to Island Life Live. Joining us now is the inaugural recipient of the Robert Kekaula Hawaiian Pacific Islander Student Scholarship. This is Kye. I love the spelling of that name. This is Kye Kukahiko. How are you, Tita?
Hi, thank you for having me here. I'm so excited.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we start off the show. Every time we meet somebody new, and you're somebody new to us, we say, "Oi ko inoa." Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
O Kye Kukahiko no Lahaina Maui Maio. I am a Kamehameha Schools graduate from Makawao. I've been there since middle school, but before that I went to Hawaiian immersion at Princess Nahia Ena. I am now at the University of Manoa. I'm majoring in journalism.
No way, that's awesome.
Yes, so that is what brought me to try out for that scholarship, the Robert Kekaula Scholarship.
Yeah, of course, Robert Kekaula means so much to us here at KITV. He was like one of the pillars here. So we are so excited to meet. You're the first recipient of this iteration of the scholarship. So congratulations. Tell us, so what is your career path? Where are you going?
So ever since I was in high school, I knew I always wanted to do something video production related, mostly behind the scenes in a way. I was more of an editor and filmer. I wasn't really a, news anchor type of person. And so after graduating, I do want to try go into a sort of broadcast journalism, news journalism, that sort of thing. So I would like to come back and work here maybe.
You know that. We give a desk for you already.
But I love the fact that you've got the training behind the camera and in the scripting and the editing, and now you want to be in front of the camera. That's beautiful. I love that. It was
definitely a growth of confidence from high school. I was definitely not the most confident camera person, but then as I got older, if this is the type of career I want to follow, I do have to get used to being in front of the camera, I'm pretty sure. But if I don't follow broadcast journalism, I would just love to do some sort of video or even sports journalism. That was something I got into my senior year, funny enough, just because of how much sports I would record.
My gosh, Robert would love you.
Exactly.
Wahine in sports journalism would just make his heart sing.
And you are very confident in front of this camera that we are, in front of right now. So
yeah,
this
girl,
is
you're
super,
crushing
super awesome.
it.
What was the application process for you like?
So the first step was to sign up and just say that you're interested, so then you get updates. And maybe it's just because I was a freshman, maybe it's just because I was a little overwhelmed by like the amount of emails I was getting. But I would get updates and I would just look at it and I'd be like, I have time. And then I remember I was at my dorm and I got another update and it said, today's the final day to submit. And I was like, oh, it's the final day. And so I actually opened the form and then I realized I think it was a 3-step process, a lot of answering prompts, a personal statement, and then you had to show a video compilation of things you did. And so I did a lot of my videos from high school. And OMG, I was so embarrassed because I had to do a recommendation and I reached out to my video production teacher. I texted him at like 10:30 at night, Kumupa, please, I need you to send me a letter of rec for this scholarship. And he told me, I'll send it in the morning. I was like, no, Kumu, this is due at midnight. He went, OMG, Kai. And then 5 minutes later, got out of bed, sent it to me. I was like, oh, thank you. And then I had to make the video compilation that night. I had to go through 3 different drives to find all those videos. Turned it in, I think, 11:40. And then the next day, I get an email from them. We value quality or quantity over, pushing deadlines. And so we extended the deadline another 2 days. And I looked at that email, I was like, and so I was nervous. I was like, I feel like I didn't do as good as I thought. If I had more time, I feel like I could have done 10 times better. But then I get the email and I got it. And I genuinely was like, oh, it's a miracle.
That's so awesome. Well, you have just displayed that you can work under a deadline.
Under pressure.
And that's how the newsroom works. So you're going to fit perfectly well here.
Trust me,
at
Kumupa'a
Islanders.
trained me well. Kamakakoa.
Congratulations, Kye. We're
Mahalo.
so happy to
Oh my
meet
God.
you, and we cannot wait to work with you in the future.
Yes.
Kye Kukahiko, she is our Robert Kekaula Hawaiian Pacific Islander Student Scholarship recipient.
Yay!
Yeehaw.
We're going to take another break right now, but today